Konnichiwa, you magnificent people! I have alarming news. I believe there is something that will kill the fighting game genre. That's right, you heard me right. Kill!
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down what you think is the biggest problem in modern day fighting games. And now back to the video. Come with me for a second. Put yourself in this situation. You're playing for the grand finals at EVO, just like any other Joe Schmo. And you're in a last hit situation. Game deciding moment. In fact, set deciding moment. Sticks clicking back and forth, palms sweating.
These weak arms are heavy.
Then all of a sudden you whiff a move, but then they hit you from a mile away. And then confetti flies in the air for your opponent. You're just left sitting there, soaking in your defeat. And all there's left for you to say is, how the f did that hit me? Now I know what you're thinking. Who the f am I to talk about this?
Who the f is that guy?
Well, I'm essentially a fighting game pro, considering that I have won absolutely nothing and just like to complain about the games that I play. So, yeah. I think I know what I'm talking about. Now, the points that I'm going to be talking about today is going to be mostly in respect to Street Fighter 6 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, take that however you want. One of my concerns about these bad hitboxes is that sometimes it just makes the game completely unhonest. Let's take a look at Street Fighter 6 for a second, okay? Street Fighter 6 introduced a mechanic called Drive Rush, which allows you to extend combos after implementing a cancelable move by inputting dash forward twice, or inputting parry and then dash forwarding twice. Seems fair, right? So right here I have a situation of Zangief and Ryu being my main, right? So if I were to do a Hadouken, and afterwards he's to do a medium punch right after, somehow that's a good hit. Somehow that's a good hit. So the one before was about Zangief, right? Zangief, though, like, one of the easiest things about him is that he just doesn't really have that many ways to get in, because he has a slow drive rush, and he just doesn't have that many projectiles to deal with, right? How about Marissa, though? Marissa's a character with Superman Punch, and that move can cover a lot, and it's safe on block. So what happens if we do this? Say she was trying to do the Superman Punch, Phalanx. Boom. Easy. Okay, what if I just do this?
That's quite big.
How does that hit her? I don't know. How about this one? Like, how does that hit them? How about this? Dang, and bam. That's 3,000 damage right there. And say if we do a super, I could just do that. And guess what? It does almost half of her damage. Maybe even a little more. With these hitboxes being ridiculously inaccurate with Drive Rush, it makes the game a mash fest and completely unhonest. And it's not just me that's talking about this. A lot of the top players agree that Drive Rush, along with these bad hitboxes, make the game a lot more difficult to deal with, maybe even learn at all.
The way you use Drive Rush is crazy, man. You're so good, bro. You're so different than every other jury player with your Drive Rush.
I hate the way Drive Rush kills your input, man. Like, I don't think like, I'm a really good player, but like, you can't with my inputs, bro. That aggravates me to no end. Do not with my inputs. You already my character over. Please don't actually try to mess with me. I guess it triggers the hell out of me.
Jesus. You guys, like, this is what I mean when I can't learn anything in this rank. We need to get the out of here, man. I would learn more playing arcade mode.
And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but that's just Street Fighter. That's only one game. Well, in Smash Ultimate, the character with the most infamous hitbox is Mewtwo. And the reason being, Mewtwo's tail is still considered part of the hitbox. And when Mewtwo dashes, the tail sticks out behind him, which leaves him very vulnerable to still being hit, despite him dashing away and trying to escape from the option. And not only that, Mewtwo is one of the lightest characters in the game, can often lead to his death prematurely.
Take it, no!
No, we got battlefield ceiling.
Gotcha. Yeah.
What? Okay, someone needs to remove this tail.
Now I know what you're thinking. You can't just use one moment. Well, shooter, how likely is something like that going to happen in a bracket setting? Well, back in 2019 at Smash Ultimate Collision, one of the most famous sets from that bracket was Nairo vs. Light. Nairo was a Palutena main, which is a unanimously top tier character. Light played Fox McCloud, also being a unanimous top tier character. Now, the set was in loser semis, so that means it was a best of 5 set, and the loser is done from the tournament. And Light was up 2-0 against Nairo. And then all of a sudden, Nairo pulls the infamous Ganondorf, which is almost unanimously considered the worst character in the game. However, Nairo was able to do what most people thought he couldn't and brought it back to a game 5. What a lot of people don't notice that I noticed was this one specific moment that I believe changed the tide of the entire game 5.
Falling there. All right. Oh my God! So much for Sun. What? Oh my God! No way! Kamehameha! He got the tech. He's still dead. He's still dead. Reverse 3-0.
And call me a hater if you want. I have to believe that if that forward smash did not hit, Light could have potentially won this set. And as far as Street Fighter, my friend Fantamu For You, another streamer as well, was playing Street Fighter one day, you know, just like the rest of us in a normal ranked match, when all of a sudden, something a little fishy happened. Why don't you take a look and judge it for yourself?
What the f? I'm telling you, this game was not tested before launch. Dude, I get up. Look at this. I get up. The animation is my character still getting up, and look, just instantly hit, dude. What the f?
But for some reason, it did hit. I don't know why, but it did. Now, if you went through any of these examples and did not see what I was saying, then you're an idiot. Look, I get it. No game can be perfect. But it's one thing to make a small mistake, but it's a whole separate thing to have a problem in the game that is going to consistently affect the whole dynamic of it. That's when it becomes a problem. And the fact that you notice these problems within multiple fighting games, you would think these companies would notice the problem and try to focus on fixing it. But no, they treat it like an old pair of socks that you just stuff in the couch because you're too lazy to put it in the laundry. It might not seem like a big deal one at a time, but eventually you're going to be missing clean socks because you didn't fix the issue from before. If you don't believe that this problem has influence in fighting games, take a look at this graphic for a second. If you take a look, it's supposed to show the different hitboxes for multiple fighting games. And if you take a look, 5 of them, in my opinion, already look very similar. And it clearly shows there's a lot of room for error in these hitboxes, which again, in my opinion, can lead to very inconsistent gameplay, therefore making the game not as enjoyable. The only one that has really good hitboxes is Skullgirls, and that's because the hitboxes actually match the design and look of the characters. But I understand that some people might have some issues with that, which is a whole separate topic for another day. Now, as for me, I started playing Smash Ultimate competitively around late 2020, so I am still fresh when it comes to fighting games. You know, and as a relative newcomer to the fighting game genre, and someone who still very much enjoys it, I would hate for the genre to die because of this small inconsistency that keeps on coming back to haunt us. And I could totally see people leaving the genre due to these inconsistencies affecting people's mental health. Because there are people out there that are very dedicated to their craft when it comes to their fighting games. And for the game to not reward them because of these inconsistencies, it's going to take a toll on them eventually. But overall, hitboxes, they just need to be refreshed as a whole. And if they don't, that's what I believe to be the biggest problem coming for the fighting game genre in the future. Well, that's going to be it for the video though. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down if you agree with me that you think the hitbox is a big problem in these fighting games. If you want to see more of me outside of YouTube, let's be honest, why wouldn't you? Check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/ShootaGYP. I'll leave a link in the description below. Other than that, though, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. That's gonna be it, though. The f was that?